All right, good afternoon and welcome to another edition of our Google Plus Hangout for a Channels Beam. I'm Victor Matthias, and today we're looking at the absence of the president. He's been away for over 90 days now, and a lot that has drawn a lot of furore, conversations here and there, whether it's legal or not. In Nigeria's political and social scenes. But then today we've been joined first by Benga Olorunpami, who joins us from Kogi State in Nigeria's north central region. Benga, thanks for joining us on the program today.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Of course. And then we also have Michael Abimboye, who joins us from Lagos, Nigeria's southwest region. I'm also in Lagos, so Michael, I'll give you what footballers will call home advantage to kickstart this conversation. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. So tell us what do you think about it? I mean, there's been so much talk over the president's absence for over 90 days. What's your thoughts on it?
My thought about the president's absence, it's been I'll say it's been mixed. Like, one, he did the right thing by sending the letters to the Senate. Like, he was traveling for medical reasons, so by that he transferred power to his vice president, which is legal and right. But he has stayed for more than 90 days now. Today is the 91 day. Like, I said, out of Nigeria. So, which is one of the reasons why people are crying for when is he going to come back. And he has, of course, in the later days of his treatment in London, governors and the party leaders that visited him, even like just yesterday yes, the Archbishop of Canterbury also visited him. So people have been like, okay, we've been seeing pictures of our president in London. When is he coming back? When is he going to address? I think the main issue for Nigerians is that the man is yet to address Nigerians, probably in a video. He could do something like a Facebook live broadcast to Nigerians and tell them, oh, he's fine, he's doing well. People want to see him talk. People want to see him for like at least an hour, not the others picture meeting. And there's this flow with the pictures. Let's say we spoke with the president for an hour. Everybody an hour. So it's as if presidents can only be assessed, can only be interacted with for just 1 hour. So I think I just want to see more. I just want to be okay. This is what, and we want to know what's really wrong with him. Is it cancer? Is it something else? Of course, he's visited with taxpayers' money, so we should know what's really wrong with our president. Not that we'll be seeing pictures on Facebook, Twitter, and the rest. We've passed that area. We experienced something similar with Buhari before he died. Even though that in his own case, he didn't transfer power to the then VP, which caused the whole riot, protest, Save Nigeria group. But in this case, the president transferred power, so it's a bit difficult to make a lot of noise about whether what he did is constitutional or not. But now that he has stayed over 90 days outside Nigeria, I think it's time to either returns or steps down.
All right. So yes, I actually followed that hashtag on Twitter. But then why are people concerned? I mean, if he has actually, like you said, transferred power to his vice president to act in his absence, and governance is moving on fine and well, what is the brouhaha all about?
Of course, in Nigeria, when you're in an acting role, you can't really do much. And you will notice this when the VP, the acting president, couldn't appoint. But the Senate was asking him to appoint someone else for the role of the acting EFCC chairman. He couldn't do that. He couldn't swear in ministers. In fact, it was after he visited the president in London before he could swear in the two new ministers. So we all know that in an acting role, you can't really do much. Like in Nigeria, where you know everything is so. If you start doing things like say, oh, it's favoring the south. If you say it's favoring, so it's in that it's just like we have to do the figurehead, like, so to say. So that's one of the reasons why people are like, okay, if you're no longer you don't have the ability to continue as president of Nigeria, step down. Let's have your who's currently doing a good job. Let him continue as a president, and finally, then by 2019, when they are 10 up, another person steps in. So that's one thing Nigerians are looking out for.
All right, very well. I'll come back to you in just a moment. But Ahmed Mustafa just joins us. He joined from Oshogbo. That's the capital of Osun State. But Ahmed, thanks for joining us on the program.
My pleasure to be here.
All right. So please, if you can put your phone settings on auto. The picture quality we're getting is not really right and appropriate for the program at the moment. So if you can put it on auto and then you put your phone in a vertical way. Yeah. Actually it's on vertical, so you just need to change the rotate setting to automatic. All right. So while you do that, Benga, let me come to you to get your own thoughts, about the president's absence for over 91 days now, like Michael said.
Thank you very much. We are a nation that has undergone so much trauma that sometimes it's difficult for us to concentrate on what is really important. Personally, I think what's important are statistics right now. People want to talk about the fact that the president is not around. We really lost. Constitutionally, is it wrong for him to have been away for so long? No. He fulfilled the constitution by transferring powers wholly to his who is now acting president. What that means, as against what my friend Michael said, is that he has complete powers. He is the purposes, he is the commander-in-chief. His choice to not swear in the ministers as soon as the people wanted it, he chose not to. That this moment, having implement in the cabinet is because it was time to swear the ministers in. It wasn't because he lacked the powers, it's because he just chose not to exercise them. What are the things that I believe we should be talking about? Talk about the fact that our foreign reserves has hit a new within the last, we are up to 30 billion foreign reserves right now. And that's because the economy is being managed.
Sorry, Benga, if you can hear me, like I'm really struggling to get your thoughts.
Slowly but surely diversifying the economy. Only recently, Kebbi State and opened huge rice mill, which is one of the things we are doing to diversify the economy away from oil. Those are the conversations we want to talk about, that we should be talking about. How about we talk about the fact that it looks like, it seems like there's a insurgency actually happening, is that insurgency is dying, but because before it dies, they are sending out
Yeah, hello, Benga, if you can hear me.
Okay. What I've been trying to say.
Hello, Benga, can you hear me?
What we should be talking about our foreign reserve
Okay, so
in these last 3 months, is we should talk about the fact that our economy is being diversified as exemplified by the opening of uh,
uh, uh,
hot rice mills in bring in it. The fact that the bombings.
yeah. Okay, Benga, we're really struggling to get you
Part
to
of the
get your
Northeast
thoughts.
has increased
From what I can
because
pick,
the
um,
insurgents have no other option other than to uh, suicide bombings. That's their last option. Um, can we that appointment made president sensitive position days, and even as we some of those appointments can hear you perfectly.
oh, okay, yeah, very well. So we're really finding it hard to get your thoughts. So I think we're better off now with your video off. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, Benga, can you hear me? All right. I couldn't really. I think Benga is having issues with his internet. Michael, let me just come back to you. From what I was able to gather, um, Benga is saying that I mean, despite the fact that the president isn't around, we've had so many. There's been so many successes. You know that the administration or his administration has scored even in his absence. So, in other words, his absence really shouldn't be an issue. Do you agree?
Okay, all over.
Of course, in a good country, the absence
I
of
was
president
asking, can I start all over again?
Okay, Benga. Yeah. I think we can. You can come again. Let's see if we can get you now. I think there's a lag.
As I was saying, is either has there been any effect and not been? Yes, it's the national attachment dear president is not away from us. Besides that, what's important is that Nigerians are moving forward. Our economy is rebounding. Military has been given a deadline, actually head of the Boko Haram, and they have promised, they tweeted it very recently, that they are going to meet that deadline. We are experiencing a lot of noise right now, because what is happening is people are already gearing up because they see themselves taking advantage problems that exist because the president is not on seat. They think that they can play it out to their advantage to have an edge come 2019. That's why what most of the noise we're hearing is all about. But what is should be important to everyday Nigerians is, how is the economy doing? How is my business going to thrive? Am I right being protected as citizens of this great country? That is what we should be worried about. And I think none of that has been an issue since the president left. And that's for now.
All right. So very well, Benga. So you're saying that the president absence doesn't really matter insofar as the acting president is performing the duties of the president and things are moving forward. The economy is rebounding. There's been some form of diversification. You mentioned the Kebbi or the Lake Rice. I think an agreement between Lagos and Kebbi states and thereabouts, if I got you right, right?
I didn't get the question, please.
Oh, no, I was just reiterating what you said, that it is okay for the president to be absent insofar as everything is going on well.
Yes, I mean, if for as long as the law is not being broken and the economy is thriving and our borders are safe and we are gaining respect, because for the first time, vice president who can actually act and actually carry on with the vision of the president without any rancor, both of them have mutual respect for each other and they continue to maintain mutual respect for each other. Continues, and every issue that has to do with be met head on. The Senate, the National Assembly is sitting job, the judiciary is not being hampered from doing their job. So I see no reason why we should have any about here other than to pray that he resumes his work in perfect health in very good time.
All right, very well. Well, Sean Olukayode also joins us. Sean, good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on the program. Hello, Sean, can you hear me? Hello, Sean, can you hear me?
Thank you.
All right, so we're actually finding it difficult to hear you, Sean. But while you fix that, I'll come back to you in just a minute. But we also have Deji who joins us. Deji, thanks for joining us as well. If you can hear me. Okay, I also can't hear Deji, but Michael, yeah, Michael. So let me just come back to you. So I mean, you talked about how Nigerians just want to see the president, but Benga is saying that I mean things are working well, things that are of importance to Nigerians, like the economy, security, and what have you. Benga is saying that all those things are what we should be looking at and not the president's absence. Do you agree?
Yes. Things are working on right now. I thank God it's working perfectly than the other time we experienced something similar to this. But why would you have a president in another country for over 90 days? So it's over 90 days that the country progress. So is either he returns now or he steps down, which is just the case now. If we've all agreed that okay, he's sick, has gone to UK for treatment, he did the right thing by transferring powers to his vice president, which is normal. The vice president is doing well, has been touring the country, doing the necessary things. But now he has overstayed the 90 days. And of course, he's an old man. Of course, health issues will come up. And if you're an old man at 70 or at 70, over 75 years old, you've been president of the country twice now. So you can honorably resign and do other things and let the young people who can manage the country better step in and move the country forward, which is what I believe groups are campaigning for. Like, okay, now the president is an old, is sick already. Unless the doctors are telling us something like, okay, if he spends a couple of weeks more in London and he's come back and he's not going to be sick again. But I don't think that's going to work out. This year alone, he has been to London twice. He went in January, he came back, now he hasn't returned. So do we want to have a president that will keep traveling out for medical reasons every 2 weeks when he's in the country? So that's not what we are looking for. We want the president that will stay in the country, govern the people, rule the people, give orders, do things, and let move us out of recession. That's one reason why we voted him. We voted him for change, not to be ruling us from London.
All right, Sean is back again. Let's see if we can hear you now. Sean, good afternoon once again, and thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. All right, please, can you put your phone in a vertical position and put the rotation setting on automatic?
Okay.
Okay, actually horizontal.
But it's nice like this, yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
This.
Yeah, this is okay. All right, so practically like a lot of water has gone under the bridge before you joined. There's been a back and forth between Michael and Benga. While Benga is saying that the president's absence doesn't really matter because things are working well. The acting president is living up to expectation. He's carrying out the visions of the president. Michael believes that okay, the president cannot just be away for 90 days, and not send a video recording of himself or maybe a medical report from the doctor saying that he will be fine and he'll be back in the country anytime soon. But what do you make of it? What do you think about the president's absence? It's been 91 days. Do you think it is fine for him to remain there while his vice takes up the position, or you think he needs to come back and achieve what he said he was going to achieve while he was campaigning for office?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't blame anyone satisfied with this type of leadership because as Nigerians, we have always been conditioned to very subpar and absolutely ridiculous leadership. So if anyone actually thinks fine, and this is very okay, I wouldn't blame them. But my take on this, absolutely to the 178 million Nigerians and to the collective intelligence of everyone that is outside on a treatment that we do not even know anything about. It is one thing to know that this is exactly what the president is being, that our money is being spent on for the cause to be
hello, Sean. We can't really hear you.
From people for updates to be given from time to time, and it is a completely different.
Hello, Sean, if you can hear me. Hello, Sean, if you can hear me. Okay, I think we lost Sean there.
Hello, Victor.
Yeah, all right. So, okay, all right. I think we have Dejade Anju who joins us from Abuja. Deji, good afternoon, and thanks for coming on the program. Hello, Deji, can you hear me?
Good afternoon.
I can. Can you?
Yeah, good afternoon, Deji. If you please just turn off your camera, like we're finding it difficult to get your thoughts. I think the if you turn off your camera, it will reduce the load on the bandwidth. All right. I see Sean is back again. Sean, if you can hear me. Hello, Sean. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Sean. I can hear you. So we really didn't get you earlier on. Yeah. Okay. So we didn't get you. We really didn't get you earlier on. So if you could come again, like we didn't really get you. Your internet was breaking.
Said that if anyone is satisfied, it's understandable because we have never really experienced leadership. Something to try and defend this because there is no it is great that they believe the what this So if a president is incapable of being
all right. Sorry, Sean, if you can hear me, can you just turn off your video?
his own country for a
Hello,
third
Sean.
of a year,
Can
he
you hear
said
me?
you should continue after this.
Hello, Sean, if you can hear me. Okay, I think he has dropped.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, I think we have Deji back. Deji, good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, Victor.
All right, thank you for joining us. Please, if you can put your phone, the rotation setting on automatic, and then put the phone on, hold it in the horizontal, that would be good.
Yeah, this way, right?
Yeah, but you need to put the rotation setting on automatic.
Victor, I'm a village man from Kaba. All these things, I don't understand it.
Your fellow,
Stop embarrassing us from Kaba, please. I am not from Kaba, you are from Ijumu.
Big girl is responding to you.
You know, Benga is right. You know, Benga is the city man. I'm just from a village in Ijumu.
Okay, just turn the phone and hold it. I'll hold it vertically. Just hold it vertically.
Vertically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is okay. But the light on you is interfering. If you can turn.
Okay. Can I turn this way?
Yeah. This is okay.
Okay.
No. Turn to your left again. Turn to your left.
To my left again.
Yeah. Okay. Turn to your right. Just face the wall. Just back this wall that is behind you.
Oh. Back.
No. To your right now.
Oh. This way.
Yeah. This is okay. This. Yeah. Just shift a bit to your left. A bit.
Okay. Oh, that way.
Yeah. This is okay.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, a lot of water has gone under the bridge, since we started this hangout. Benga is of the view that it's okay for the president to be away since things are working. He says things are in good condition. In his words, now the economy is working well. And he mentioned a few other things that he believes are in good shape despite the absence of the president. But Michael believes that, okay, no, the president needs to be around. But I don't know. What do you think? Should the president be away? Well, I think I know your stand because you're even running a campaign, return or resign. Yeah, exactly. So, but just tell us why you're running, why you think that the president needs to be back in the country at the moment.
You see, the president has been away for a very long time. This is not the first time the president is going to be away. The president has spent half of his time so far in and out of hospital, treating one thing or the other. There are reports that Nigeria has spent on this trip alone about $30 million on the health of the president. I'm not even going into all that. What I'll go into is the issues, of integrity, and morality. The president, has been saying over the years, over the last for the 12 years when he was the president, he said he was a honest man, he was this, he was that. Honesty. Integrity is more important than holding on to power. Today is 91 days that the president has been away. In these 91 days, the president is not fit to be commander-in-chief of this country. We all know that. The president should let go of power. You understand? Power is not a do or die affair. You understand? This is why we are in this mess as a nation. Everybody is laughing at Nigeria. Everybody, when I mean everybody, I mean everybody. From CNN to Washington Post, everybody is laughing at Nigeria. Even Nigerians are now ridiculed. The president, even if they are using him, if the cabal around him are using him, he should not allow himself to be used. At this age, if the president does not respect his own privacy and does not respect the age, at least he should respect 180 million Nigerians. They should stop fooling us. Nigerians are not fools. We have had enough of all this. We have seen this macabre dance before during Yaradua. During Yaradua, the president himself said that Yaradua must resign or he'll be impeached. And he asked that Yaradua do full disclosure. This is a man who says he has integrity. Now, even acting President Shibajo does not know what is wrong with the president. So how can you, the media, know? How can I know? We should stop all this. We should stop all this. This whole idea of holding on to power forever. It's wrong. It's wrong. Power is not a do or die thing.
Okay, Deji. So you're asking for the president to resign because you believe that
Zoom
he
or resign. You know,
okay.
Zoom or resign. And
Okay,
even if the president, see, Victor, even if the president comes back now, we are still not sure if he's on his feet to continue as commander-in-chief. You understand? That's why we, on our part, we are calling for Section 144, 145, and 146 to be activated for us to know that the medical panel of inquiry of 5 people, including the personal physician of the president, will be in that committee to verify the health status of the president. Because are we sure that the president can continue even if they rush him back now? Because, you know, they have been making last-minute attempts because of the pressure going on the country to bring the president back. Because even if they bring the president back, how are we sure that the president can continue as commander-in-chief? Because for the past 91 days, the president has been incapacitated.
All right, just hold your thought for a second, because I was actually going to ask you if you had seen a medical report, you know, saying that he is indeed incapacitated, because we've seen pictures of him, you know, seeing the Archbishop of Canterbury, seeing some governors, even governors of the PDP. So, you know, I think a medical report should be the one to declare him incapacitated. But I'll still come back to you. I'll still come.
Victor, is the medical report that we are now agitating for? We want the panel, because if you tell me that because he snapped with Archbishop and he snapped with some governors, is that why? Okay, why is he not in Nigeria? Why has he not been in Nigeria for 91 days? We want to see the medical report. That's why we're calling for Section 144 to be activated, so that we can see that medical report. Because that is the only thing that can prove to us that he's not incapacitated.
All right, we'll come back to you in just a minute. Ahmed is back again. Ahmed, good afternoon once again, and thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon, Victor. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So like there's been this conversation, there's been a back and forth. I mean, but I don't know where you stand. Do you think the president needs to be in the country at the moment or not, despite the way things are going on? As Benga said earlier on, he said things are going on well. But Deji and Michael and also Shaun actually believe that the president should be back in the country, no matter the successes that his administration is achieving under the leadership of his vice, that's the acting president. Ahmed, can you hear me? Ahmed, can you hear me? All right, I think we're having issues with Ahmed's internet. Shaun, let me.
I respond, please.
Okay. Benga is coming. He wants to respond to some of the things Benga said. Benga, go ahead, please.
Yes. As DG said.
Okay, go ahead.
But what I found curious is the fact that many of those, he kept saying we. I don't know who these we are, first of all. Secondly, thing about people in the opposition or people who were in the ruling party and who suddenly have found protection under the umbrella of activism. What I find interesting about them is their total disregard for they know how to pull on your emotions very well in their case, but they will never quote, you know, relevant laws. Now, what Uncle DG has been mentioned in section 144, thanks to Google, what the section says is that the president or vice president shall cease to hold office if by resolution passed by 2/3 of the members of the executive council that the president is incapable of discharging the function of his office, and the declaration is verified medical examination as may be necessary by a medical panel established under subsection 4 of this section in its report to the president of the Senate of the House of Representatives. The people who should call for this section of the Constitution to be activated, are they the ones that this group is out to, or are they just looking for sympathy? declared that he wasn't feeling well. He handed over power, acting president, out of the country for a number of days, a number of months. Has that affected the economy in any way? Those are the questions that we should ask. Has the economy improved from where it was to today? Those are the questions that matter. But because they have to make a case for their dying and dead party to make some sort of comeback, impossible comeback in 2019, they must make noise. But their noise is guaranteed under the Constitution, and we wish them all the luck. In the ADC, we continue to pray for the president, and we'll continue to say to Nigerians that if for as long as the things we promised in our manifesto, the things we promised when we came into our field, then there's no problem. And anybody who wants a political discussion should wait until 2019.
All right. So Benga. Okay, sorry. I'll come back to you, Benga. Sean is back again. Sean, if you can hear me. Sean, can you hear me? All right. So we're still having issues with Sean's network. So did you let me come back? Let me come. Okay, Sean, can you hear me now? Sean, can you hear me? All right, we're having issues with that with his audio again. Did you let me come back to you? I mean, some of the things that Wenga just made mention of now is the fact that you and he said he doesn't know who we are. You said we, and he's saying he doesn't know who we are, and he's also saying that you guys are hiding under the umbrella of activism. But then, how genuine, so to speak, is your call for the president to return or resume? Is it political? Is it because you're in the opposition now, or why are you doing this?
Victor, I'm not in the opposition. I am not in the opposition, Victor. I am not a member of any political party, And Victor, what I would like to say is that, dear Asoro, are you not ashamed yet? Dear APC, are you not ashamed yet? Dear supporters of Buhari and defenders of Buhari, are you not ashamed yet? Do you feel no shame whatsoever? Do you feel no shame about the embarrassment that this whole episode is causing Nigeria? Yes, we know that during Yaradua, a minister said that Yaradua can rule from anywhere in the world. We have seen all these kind of things before. There should be a level of shame. Because these people that are now defending the indefensible, they were the ones who were the most vocal during the Yaradua saga. The Nigeria's ailing president, Mr. Buhari, strong with him, said that Yaradua had no right to remain in office, that he should retire, he should resign and go and face his health issue. And he also said that Yaradua must do full disclosure of what is wrong with him. Victor, you in the media, do you people know what is wrong with President Buhari? Do you know what is wrong with him? Do you know that billions of naira are being spent on our president and we don't even know what is wrong with him? Do you know that out of the 600 and something days that he has spent in office, he has spent over 300 in hospital and out of the country treating an undisclosed ailment? Do these people have no shame whatsoever? Do they know the level of embarrassment they are causing Nigeria? So let's even assume that he handed over to the vice president as acting president. So President Buhari is not coming back. We don't. It's infinito. His journey to the hospital is infinito. So Oshibajo can continue acting for as long as they like. These are people who do not take us. They do not respect the 180 million Nigerians. They do not respect the country. They do not value the word integrity. Because a man who said they had integrity, who questioned the health status of the then late President Umaru Yar'Adua, who questioned, is now doing even worse In total, President Yar'Adua was out of Nigeria for 93 days. In total, everything. And hell was let loose. President Buhari has been out for about 300 and something days out of the time he has spent as president. You know, Victor, there was a time that this is a government that the only policy of this government is telling lies. You know that there was a time that they were taking Buhari to London. They will organize as if he is going for a state visit in London. And they will now allow him to go and see his doctor because they were not even telling Nigerians the truth initially. They thought they could manage it and they were lying every time. They will always arrange a program that the president will go to London, then he will snap pictures with few people. We have seen this game before. Then at a point again, they came and when the president had to leave one time for 12 days, they came and said that the president just wants to go for a routine medical checkup, that the president is hale and hearty, the president is fine, the president is this, see, look at these people. Now, I saw a report on Sahara Reporter. I said the president has been miraculous. They just want him to be fattened. Now, that is what it is. Look at what these people have turned Nigeria to. Just look at what these people have turned Nigeria to. Well, what we are saying is that enough is enough. We cannot continue like this as a nation. So from tomorrow, we are beginning a daily sit-out at the Unity Fountain. We are going to be there until the president comes back. And even if the president comes back, the president must, Section 144 must be activated. We must know whether this president can continue as president and commander-in-chief or not. The Nigerian people are greater than the cabal that are holding Nigeria to ransom.
All right, we'll come back to all of you on that. But first of all, the conversation is actually going on everywhere. And we have people who are online that have also been contributing to this conversation. He says all of them should resign. I believe he's trying to say all the leaders should resign. It says we need the youth. Don't talk anyhow here. And that's according to Money. But we also have Raymond Obooks Adobo, who says the end of the earth is so near. And he said, let this politician stop fooling us. The president can do a live video broadcast from anywhere. Why is that not done? Anthony Inichiku says, well, I agree with you. No communication, and that is taking the whole country for a ride. There are quite a lot of these comments that have been pouring in. Uzibik says, what would have happened if the president was from any other tribe? He's just saying. And Anthony Inichiku says, Benga, you cannot have a lacuna in the country for that long. There is a limit for his absence. So, Benga, Michael, let me just come back to you. Is there a time limit that the president can stay out or out when he goes for maybe be it a vacation, a medical, or not?
I can't really say for now, but I guess he can stay out of country for 90 days, and then he can bring up the section 144 that they're talking about. But even at that, is it the same person that the president appointed that will not come up with a report and say, okay, sack our employer? I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible. So it all boils down to integrity, as I've been saying. The president should be saying, guy, should address the country. I cannot longer continue based on so reasons. I'm handing over to my vice president, who will now be the president. Of course, the party can do a mini conversion, pick someone to become the VP, and let's move on. Yes, big guy is right. The economy is moving on. We are achieving success. But should we now have a president who will not rule from the country? Should we not have a president who will be ruling us from London, who will come to Nigeria, spend 2 weeks, then go again? Is that what democracy is all about? Is that what we voted for? I don't think that's the right kind of thing we want. We've had this scenario before. We shouldn't be here now. We shouldn't be discussing all this now. We've experienced it, so we should know the right things to do now. I think we should be in a stage of, okay, announcing to Nigerians that, oh, our president is sick, he cannot longer continue, or oh, our president is not perfectly ill, he will continue, and not in the case of he will come back and spend a month in Nigeria, then go back again. But I think in the constitution, he cannot spend more than 90 days outside the country. But I'm not sure of the health aspect yet, but I will check and revert on it. But I think he cannot spend more than 90 days. But now he has spent 91 days, so I don't know what the National Assembly will do. I don't know what the Saraki-led Senate and the Ghana House of Assembly would do. We have tomorrow, by Monday, we'll see what they deliberate about at the floor of the National Assembly. So from there, we would know whether they like it was done during the era of Yar'Adua. Maybe they'll come up with the doctrine of necessity. I don't know, but I believe something. There should be a provision in the constitution that can even overrule, even if the FEC cannot come with a report that and say doesn't come through. I think the National Assembly should be able to overrule that and give us something. Let's move on from there.
All right. Sherwin is back again. Sherwin, if you can hear me. Hello, Sherwin. Can you hear me? Hello, Sherwin. Can you hear me? Okay, so I think we're still having issues. Did you let me just come to you? One thing that Michael agrees with Benga on is the fact that okay, there has been some improvement. You know, in the
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, just hold on, Digi. Before I come back to you, let me try and hear Sherwin out. Sherwin, if you can turn off your video, I think it will reduce the. Okay, I think if you okay, great. If you turn up the video, I think it will reduce the load on your bandwidth, and I think we'll have a proper conversation. If you can hear me, so just turn up your video. All right, I think we would have to just come back to you, Sean, again. But did you let me just if like Michael and Benga have said, if the economy you know is in good shape, they're recording some successes, you know, by the administration which they promised while they were campaigning. Why do you think the president? I mean, isn't that the point? Isn't that why Nigerians voted for the president? Because he said he was going to do some certain things. And if he's not carrying out the vision, besides, it was a joint ticket. It was a Buhari or Shimbajo ticket. And Buhari, I mean, for obvious reasons, is not around, but Oshimbajo is carrying out these promises. Why should it be a problem that the president is not back, is not in the country or not even around? Sorry, can you come again?
Did you say Nigeria's economy is in good shape?
Oh, no, I didn't say that. Benga and Michael agree on that.
The economy, Nigeria is in recession. This is the worst time for the history of this country. You know, in the last 20 years plus, things have never been this bad. You know, the poor people are suffering beyond what you can imagine. People can barely feed. People are almost feeding from the dustbin. Why can you say that things are getting better in Nigeria? Things have gotten worse. You know, look at what the ordinary people do. Look at the food that the ordinary people eat. Even rice, they can't buy it. You know, about a year and a half ago, bag of rice was at 10,000, 11,000, is about 22,000 today. Even the ones that they said they are doing here in Nigeria is about 17,000 thereabout. So as you look at the inflation rates, look at the unemployment, people have lost more jobs. Nigeria's economy is in shambles. Nothing is working. You don't even have a president. You are talking about the economy. Nothing seems to be working in this country. You understand? So maybe we are living in two separate countries. I don't know. But nothing is working here, this part of the world. Nothing is working. You know, there's no light. There's practically nothing working about this government. But you know, those who are in government, everything will always work for them. You know, and but go out and talk to other Nigerians. They will tell you the reality on ground. You know, nothing seems to be working. You know, so I have no idea what Michael or Benga are talking about. I have no idea.
All right, Benga, can you just reiterate some of those successes that you made mention of earlier on before we go?
You said what?
No, I was talking to Benga. Benga, if you can hear me. Hello, Benga, can you hear me? Hello, Benga, can you hear me? All right, I think we need to wrap it up now on this note. Michael, what would be your closing statement?
I will.
Go ahead, Benga, I can hear you. Go ahead. Okay, we just lost Benga. I hope he comes back. Well, Michael, let's get your closing remarks in a few sentences before we go. Sorry, if you can come again.
Going to the stage where is that the president and now come out tell them, okay, I'm sick, I cannot continue, or he comes back, he returns to the country and continue ruling the country. So we can't just keep having an acting president and having few activities here and there. It's not like the activities the acting president is doing. It's real. He has the real powers of the president. Even though the constitution says he has the power to assume, but we all know in Nigerian politics, when they tell you you are acting, you don't know you don't have the full power. We know that there's a cabal somewhere we know that there's a certain limit which Sibada can ask and do. So all these acting, we don't know about it. It's nice. It's time for us to be sincere with ourselves. It's either the president comes back and continue ruling and complete his term, or he comes back and resign and have another president. Because we've been through this route before, and it's not something we should be going through now. Particularly when he came into power, promising change, promising jobs, promising a lot of, and now he's here. We can't see the job. We can't see. We've seen recession. Though we are coming out of recession, but we've not seen change per se. Let me know the I'm on jail right now, so I don't think we've seen change per se. So it's time for him to come back and rule or resign honorably.
All right. Thank you very much. Benga is back again. Benga, if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Benga? Hello, Benga, can you hear me? Okay, before Benga sorts that out, Deji, let me also get your closing remarks up before we go.
You see, I was with some young people yesterday, and many of them were supporters of the president. And this issue came up, and we were talking very fast. And many of them say, yes, they accept and they admit that the president is sick and cannot continue, but that they prefer that the president die in power. And I said, this is most regrettable and unfortunate. You know, we have many of us have lost it in this country. To many, it's not about sacrifice. Leadership is not about sacrifice. Leadership is that because my person is now there. My tribal person is there. He's Yoruba, he's Igbo, he's Niger Delta, he's Ijo, he's Hausa. So therefore, anything that he does is right. Anything goes. You know, even when Jonathan was in power, and many of us, you know, were part of that government, we criticized the government. We condemned Desani. We said Desani was stealing money and that she should be prosecuted. We said truth to power. We said the truth. You know, but here are this group of people who never see anything wrong in what the president does or what the government does. We can't even find the president. Nobody knows where the president is. You understand? And we keep fooling ourselves in this country and say that the president can continue to remain in the hospital or can continue to remain in London. You know, we must tell ourselves the ugly truth. If the president wants to continue, he should return and he should stop going abroad for medical attention. But the truth is that the president must tell himself and also respect Nigerians. There are 180 million Nigerians that the president needs to respect. You know, this president has told us too many things about integrity. This health thing has proved to us that the president does not mean the things that he says about integrity. Or neither does, or maybe he does not know what integrity is. Because if he does, look at what Senator John McCain did in the US. Same week, he was diagnosed 2 days later, full disclosure. When it was Yar'Adua's turn, Yar'Adua did not do full disclosure. So the president said that Yar'Adua does not have integrity. Right? Yar'Adua should have done full disclosure and must do full disclosure. And that if he does not do full disclosure, he must resign. What we ask is the same thing that this president asked the late Yar'Adua. We are asking him the same thing. Tell us what is wrong with you. And again, it has become clear and evident that you cannot continue. Do the honorable thing. Resign. To be president is not by force. It's not a do or die. If the president resigns, Nigeria will continue. Even if he doesn't resign, he will finish his tenure. Nigeria will still continue. Nigeria is bigger than Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria is bigger than PDP, is bigger than APC, is bigger than anybody. That will still be going around in circles. These are my closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bijari. You joined us from Abuja. Benga, let me also come back to you once again, if you can hear me.
Hear me, sir.
Okay, very well. So just before you dropped and you came back, Michael was talking about the powers of the acting president. He's saying that he has some restrictions. How true is that?
Well, I have asked lawyers. I'm not a lawyer. I've asked lawyers. Is the acting president restricted any action of our constitution ever he deems fit? Is there any less powers he enjoys than the substantive? Not true. That he enjoys the same amount of powers, the same substantive president while he's acting president. He can invade nations, he can command the armed forces, and that is the facts as I have it. Now, if he chooses senses to choose to which to use or not, Constitution, according to my friends who are lawyers, he has the powers to do everything as much as the substantive president. And for my, in my response to DJ and in rounding up, earlier, and I'd like to repeat it, that using the toga of activism, political battles, who are actually politicians, but using the toga of activism, of twisting facts, to their narrative. He spoke about rice being 1.5 years ago. For that price, should let me know. My Twitter handle is Benga Gold. So whoever bought it at that price should let me know, and I'll give the person 10,000 naira, because it's a bloody lie. It's about nobody knowing where the president is. Well, members of his party, well, he will say that he's no longer a member of the PDP, but governors of the PDP met with barely a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago. None of them came back to say anything about him not seeing him or him being wrapped in cotton, or he being with drips or lines flowing through him. So that's another lie, that nobody knows where he is another lie. So what we have here to sell us a set of narratives to fit that diabolical of this country. The party he belongs to ruined this country for 16 years. Made us depend on oil. Tend to diversify the economy. For 16 years, they plundered treasury. For 16 years, all over the world. So if they want another bite at the cherry, the excuse of the president's health, they should go and actually formulate and actually have sound, do your research. You can't come on a public debate like this and be throwing around statistics that are false, telling us that this country is in a worse place than it was 20 years ago. He must be kidding me. We are better off 20 years ago than where we are now. We need to, when we speak in public, speak to people listening, speak to educate, and just throw away your bigotry or political leaning in our faces simply because you want to win an argument. Again, well, the president is in charge, is in full charge as we speak. He's met with different groups, both along those lines, to ensure that our peace continues. The war in the Northeast is ongoing. Our infrastructure plans are being funded, and we are gaining the respect of the international community. So if he has an argument, a constitutional argument to make against the absence of the president, he should make it, but not to come on here and feed us with lies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Benga. You joined us from Lokoja, that's in Kogi State. Sheon is back again, but then I hope his internet will let him make a contribution to this discussion, even though as we round up. Sheon, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear now.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say a few things. I'm going to take my time. It's actually very unfortunate seeing the politicize this and talk about your personal grievances on a public debate. All I'm going to say is very simple. It is very shameful for anyone to even try in the very slightest to defend this. There is nowhere in the world that this is allowed. There is nowhere in the world that you would have a president spend over 130 of 210 days in 2017 outside his own country. Now, there is illegality and there is wrong. This is wrong. I don't care if the acting president is working. I don't care if this country is better than the United States because the president is absent. But the thing is, you cannot have a president live outside the shores of his country doing exactly what? We are talking about his sickness that we don't even know anything about. Who knows it? Is it cancer? Is it leukemia? What is it? Where is the medical report? Nothing. We don't have anything. We don't have any evidence. We don't even know how much is being spent. It is our country. I don't care whether it's PDP or PDP said this, someone said this 1 year ago was this. Let's talk about now. It's okay that less than loan up to 160 days outside his own country. Who even tries to justify this nonsense? There is no way this is acceptable. I don't care who said what 2 years ago. I don't care who said what 10 years ago. The thing is, it doesn't matter whether things are working. Now, where is the president? In a sane country, in a serious country that knows what she's doing, that knows what she's doing, people, this is enough to spark a political debate, and that's what we're having now. But this is enough to spark questions, hearings from the National Assembly. And everyone is looking on, everyone is just ignoring the whole fact. Everyone is just going about it. Oh, it's business as usual. And it's fine. And now we have someone coming to tell us here that the country is working. Some people are charlatans, some people are hiding under activism. Two heads are better than one. And right now, the only one that we can see, the only thing we can see is that one head is working. Where is the evidence that the other head is working? No evidence. All we have are pictures, which could very well be fictitious. Jesus Christ comes and shows me a picture of him with Buhari. The point is, there is no evidence that even the president is alive. There is no evidence to that fact. If you can take pictures, you can make 10-second video. You can make a 5-second video. Play on our intelligence and come and talk about constitution. The constitution said this and the constitution. Who cares about the constitution? This was the same constitution that you people were saying should be suspended. Wasn't that the same constitution? So now you want to quote the constitution to support what is totally wrong and unacceptable. Can you even have your father leave your own family house and live in a country abroad, and without you asking to know precisely what he's doing, what is wrong with him? Can you accept it? We cannot just sit back and collectively watch everyone decide to turn this country. We are so used to very ridiculously low, subpar, disgusting, ridiculous leadership, and that is why some people think this is okay, that this is acceptable. Oh, let's just roll with it.
All right, Sean. I mean, I'm looking at the chat box now.
Whether Buhari said Yar'Adua should come back, or Buhari, Yar'Adua should do this, doesn't actually matter now. What matters is the president should be here. You people are saying he's strong, he's in good spirits. Okay, so if he's in good spirits, does he deliver to the country?
Okay, Sean, let me just stop coming here.
Spirits and strong enough people to have. Why isn't he here?
Sean, if
feel that he shouldn't return yet after even 90 days. If the doctors feel he shouldn't come back, doesn't that tell us that he is incapable of being president?
All right, Sean, if you
because the only thing I can see from here is that APC actually think it's only one person who can work in the whole party, and that's actually an insult to all of them. But I'm not here to talk about what party is feeding what and what party is doing this or that. What I'm here to talk about is how it is very, very shameful that anyone who went through school, who sees what's going on internationally, would come here and try in the very slightest to even defend this and come here to tell me that the country is working. Working where?
If you can hear me, Sean.
And for your information, Binga, for your information, 2 years ago, I bought rice for less than 10,000. So I don't have to mention you on Twitter to tell you. I'm telling you now.
If you can,
you can't just come here and start playing on people's intelligence, talking about the Constitution was written for a Constitution did not envisage that there would ever be a time a section of people,
Sherwin, if you can hear me,
a cloud of citizens would come and defend a president being out of the country for 3 months.
If you can
3
hear me,
months.
If you can hear me, Sherwin.
That's what you're coming here to defend. Who even does that?
Sherwin, if you can hear me, just
who does that?
Hello, Sherwin, if you can hear me.
It is shameful, and to say the least, this is very, very wrong. Where, in what part of the world is this acceptable? Egypt?
All right,
France,
Sean, if
America,
you can
Canada.
If you can hear me, Sean. If you can hear me, Sean, I'm looking at the chat box. I'm looking. All right, Sean, if you can hear me, like we have to go. We're actually out of time.
And to dare question the intelligence of anyone who says he should resign. He should resign.
If you can hear me.
The only thing that this has proven is that the president is unable to serve his purpose in this country.
Sure, if you can hear me,
we thank him for his service, the first and second time. We thank him for his service, but it is time to go.
All right, sure. You made your point. If you can hear me,
I'm sure APC has a lot of brilliant minds, a lot of very capable, competent people who can take over from him. Let's take it from there.
All right, Sean. We really have to go.
Let's take it from there.
Thank you for coming on the program, all of you, Sean, Olukayede, Michael Abimboye, thank you as well. Benga along for me. Thank you, Ahmed. You kept coming on, but then your internet didn't let you contribute. But then that's why we have to wrap it up. It's a Google Plus Hangout for our channels, and don't forget to like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. But then till we come again next week with another topic, goodbye. I'm Victor Matthias.